Alright, what's up guys? Back in the Beamer. So after driving the Audi, being a little bit quicker in that, I want to make this car turn in better. Long story short. So, first I'm going to see where my max is there. See what happened. Oh shoot. I was hoping there's going to be small and medium and large, but there's just small and large. I'm gonna bring this roll bar up to like a 6. And then bring this to a 4. So we've changed the balance now. Where before we had a stiffer roll bar in the front and a softer in the rear. Now we've gone the other way, +2. We have a stiffer roll bar in the rear and a softer in the front. And that's going to give us more oversteer because now the front of our car is rolling, has a softer roll stiffness compared to the rear. And then gonna raise the rear 2 clicks, the front 1 click. See what we got, because I'm really trying to get this car to turn in and go through the middle of the corner better, because it was just pretty obvious after driving the Audi that the Audi was much better in those parts of the corner. So that's where I need to work on my BMW set, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's running mid to mid high, 29-second laps. Again, the Audi definitely feels more in the track, or the Beamer kind of feels on top of the track, so see if I can't solve that problem as well.
Minute 34, flat.
Yeah, maybe try a little bit softer tire pressures. Let's get a little bit more of that in the track feel with the car. Right now I'm about 3/10 off my Audi time.
Minute 30 flat.
And turn traction control on, go to setting 2. See if that helps a little bit with getting the power down on the corners.
Minute 30 flat. Minute 29.7.
Alright, made a little bit of progress with those adjustments. Still just a little bit off where the Audi is. But again, I just have so much more time with that Audi. But put some time into this car, I think it'll be a little bit quicker. Just see what happens when we bring the tire pressures a click all around. Down one click. Got the standard gears. I'm going to go one click less on the diff preload. Interesting enough, that's the same amount I'm running on the Audi now. So what that's going to do, it's going to help the car turn in better on entry and through the middle of the corner when I'm off throttle. Now when I get back on the throttle, it's going to help the car stabilize a little bit. I just realized I didn't have telemetry on, so I'll turn that on too. Right now I'm just going to leave traction control on because I like the 2 setting. I think it's working pretty well for me. I was able to pick up about a 10th or 2 with just doing that. So I'm hoping this diff preload just helps me a little bit more with the overall rotation. And stability on exit. I think it definitely helped with overall rotation. As it should. Well, not overall. Entry and middle rotation. And it does feel like it helped it out with a little bit more stability on exit as well.
1:32.7.
Maybe take one more click out of it. Yoo-hoo! BMW is still going to BMW when you do that, though. What is reset car in this? Because I change wheels in between the Audi and the Beamer, so sometimes I forget where my reset button is. Actually, let's just change the diff while we're at it. Go one more click down on the diff, because that felt good. Car feels a lot more stable on exit too now with those diff settings lower. Rear end, just when you lower the diff on exit, the car doesn't want to kick loose on you as much. Feel like we're getting through those corners a lot better too. Car's more free, more in tune with the corners.
One minute 32.7.
Much more stable out of there. Still a little, not quite as nice as the Audi out of there, but never will be. But still do a lot more work on dampers and such through there, but heading in the right direction. Getting through those corners a lot better now, though. Pretty good line through there.
Minute 29.7. Minute 29.6.
Car feels a little bit better at these softer pressures as well. Oh, too fast.
Minute 29.6.
Oh. One little bump. So I'll use a little bit more rotation through the middle and entry.
Minute 30 flat.
So about 2/10 quicker with the Audi right now. Minute 29.8. Yeah, so definitely making some progress with the Beamer. I still got a lot of testing to do with this car though. Let's look at some, see where the tire pressures are. Alright, I'll stick with that. Pretty good. Just wish you had a little bit more fidelity when you're adjusting pressures, just a little more fine-tuning abilities. Let's go one click softer on the front roll bar. And go one click more or less on the rebound or the low speed compression damping. Just to hopefully make it a little bit smoother coming out of the corners. A little bit more manageable, because again, you're going into the inside of a corner. If you're going to a right-hander, the outside is going to compress a little bit slower, or you're going to allow more of the spring to compress. It's actually going to compress a little bit faster, but it's going to go into the spring instead of going into the tire. So it should soften up the rear end a little bit on exit. Let's try one more click rear spring too, and just let the rear ride height rise. So I'm stiffening up the rear. This is going to make it a little more responsive, i.e. more oversteer, and again we're raising the rear relative to the front, which is going to again help it to oversteer a little bit more. So let's see what this feels like with a little bit of stiffer spring in the back. A lot of experimenting with this car right now, just figure out what works. Of course, we're on brand new tires, but I really like the way it just got through those two corners. Slaughtered some sector times there.
1 minute
And again, that was with brand new tires. Oh, I should get on the gas a little bit sooner than I could.
minute 29.5.
Oh yeah, we're making some good progress. Ah, too fast.
Minute 29.4.
And now we're running a little bit quicker in the Audi by about a tenth.
1 minute 29.7. Minute 29.8.
I feel like I still need a little bit better turn in middle, same as before. We're going in the right direction, but could use a little bit more. Let's give us a better exit. I'd actually try a little bit less caster and see how the car responds to that. So let's do that. Let's save this. Try a little less caster. So this is just gonna make the front end a little easier to turn the wheel. It's not going to give us quite as much dynamic camber, but it will hopefully allow us to change directions a little bit quicker, and the steering should be a little bit quicker. So we're going to go down a full degree of caster. It's also going to affect some other things. So camber increased a little bit. Toe in went in a little bit more. I like that. I'm going to go down on the caster. Back to 2.4. That did bring us back to 4 though on that. We're just going to go a little bit more toe in, or toe out, to 0.8. And again, that helps the front tires point out, so it should give us a little bit better turn in. And I'm hoping with the caster, let me just show you the car real quick. Caster affects basically at what angle the spring goes up and down here. So we had more casters, so this is exaggerated, but the spring was sitting in the car more like this. So it gives you a little more straight line stability. It gives you more dynamic camber because when you turn in, the tire, the outside tire kind of leans in, or the top leans to the left, and then the outside tire leans to the left as well. So it kind of like skiers. Two skis when you turn in, both of them are going to kind of lean that way. We're losing a little bit of that dynamic camber, but that usually plays more of an effect in the higher speed corners. But when you take that out, now instead of the wheel turning on this axis, which is more here, that's where the tires are really rotating up here off the ground and getting exaggerated. But when you take some caster out of it, it's more vertical. So now the tires actually, the axis is more closer to where the center contact patch is. So it gives you, should give us a little bit more rotation in the slower stuff. I also want to take out one more click of low speed rebound. So the reason I'm doing this is when we're turning into the corner, I'm taking out, because, what did I take out actually? Did I take out compression or rebound? Yeah, I took out the rebound, one click, low speed. Low speed affects the body roll of the car, so. Rebound again controls this spring as it releases from compression by allowing this to lift up a little bit quicker. If we had more rebound in there, it'd lift up slower. Allowing it to lift up quicker transfers the weight over here quicker. So I'm just hoping to give us a little more responsive front end. Again, just really focusing on that turn in and then getting through the middle. Usually if you get the turn in better, then you can get through the middle of the corner better. When you get through the middle of the corner better, you can get out of the corner better. The steering wheel will feel a little bit lighter if you don't adjust the force feedback, which I'm not going to do right now because it does still look like it's kind of clipping a little bit. That's what I'm really hoping it helps, is all these slower speed corners.
Minute 33.3. Minute 29.6.
Nah, I don't like it. I can go back on the caster. Back on the caster. Let's go one more click up with the rear ride height. Go one click softer with the roll bar and another click up with the rear ride height. The reason I went a little bit softer on the roll bar is just try and help that rear end be a little bit more stable coming out of the corners. Do a little bit more rebound dampening too. See if that'll help us out. And go. Go and click softer on the front roll bar. So I'm softening up the front, stiffening up the rear. Well, actually I softened up the rear too. So I did overall, just softened up everything, one click. See if that'll give us a little bit better feel as we are going through the corner on the exit. Then increase the rebound dampening just to try and help the rear end settle down a little bit, and we'll decrease the compression again to help the rear end settle down a little bit on exit. Try and make it more controllable coming out of the corner before the back stretch. The sooner you can get on the throttle there, the better off you are, especially in a car like a Beamer that has not the best top speed. But again, that straightaway, it's really not that long, so Beamer shouldn't be hurt too much on straightaway speed here. Especially if we can get a better exit coming out of here. So I haven't figured out if it's just better to stay in third gear there, because right when you hit that bump is when you naturally shift from second to third too, so there's a lot going on. Don't want to kick the rear end loose there.
Minute 33.6.
I think it's better if you just stay in third gear through there. Gives you a lot more stable exit. Minute 29.4. Starting to feel more stable out of there. Maybe make some more damper adjustments. That was pretty aggressive. Went with at the point at which I got the throttle on there, it was probably the soonest I'd ever gotten the throttle through there. Pretty good lap.
One minute 29.2.
Yep, starting to like the balance. Yeah, much better out of there. So it feels more consistent now too.
1 minute 29.3.
Ooh, well, that was a big glitch. I was about ready to freeze. Oh yeah, so it's getting really nice and consistent now. Do about 4 more laps. I think I'm gonna call it for the video. Let's get some good data for the next video. Look at the timing chain. I said that for the last video, but after driving the Audi, I saw some pretty obvious stuff I could change with this to get it faster. We made it about 3 to 4 tenths faster than the previous video.
Minute 29.5.
Yeah, really liking the way it's turning in. It's got good rotation through the corner now. Get on the gas, still got good rotation and traction. Yeah, I butchered this whole section. Now, one more lap.
1 minute 29.5.
Practice pit entry this lap. Pretty long technical pit road, so always a good idea to practice pit entry, especially on tracks like this. It's not such a straightforward entry. Oop.
On the track.
So you'll get black flags if you do stuff like that. Alright, well, that was a lot of good progress in that video. Tire pressures are pretty good. This right front might be a little low, or this left rear might be one click too high, but pretty doggone good. So, I'll leave it at that. We'll see you guys next time.